this is exactly what the Eagles wanted to see. Dallas still stinks. Yo, but the way it kicked dig back here, so the schedule is coming out this week as we are getting closer and closer to June 1st and that big date for the Eagles when we're going to find out what they're getting in return for A.J.Brown, a disgruntled wide receiver who doesn't care about winning at the end of the day. Otherwise, he would stay with Philly. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Yeah, exactly. But we're going to see how that shapes out because it looks like the Eagles may be benefiting from waiting to June and not trading him back at, before the draft like so many people wanted to. And really, now you know why New England wanted to get it done beforehand. But before we talk about that, I want to talk about this. We've got schedule release this Thursday. We will be covering that, so come hang out with me. Should be a lot of fun, and we'll go over this schedule. I have some good news. I have some bad news. The good news is this. If you like watching the Eagles on Thanksgiving Day, you're going to get a chance to do it. And if you hate watching the Eagles on Thanksgiving Day like me, you're going to hate this. But it's pretty much official. The Eagles will be playing the Dallas stinking cockroach Cowboys, the Couch Boys, on Thanksgiving Day. That's right. Now, the good news is Dallas, I think they kind of always stink on Thanksgiving. They're always easy to get beat on Thanksgiving, and I expect the Eagles to go in and just destroy them. However, I prefer not to do it on Thanksgiving Day, but it is what it is. As long as Christmas Eve and Christmas Day are clear, I'll have to live with it. But the Eagles are going to play the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day, and we're going to see more leaks happen, no doubt about it. And we will be live streaming that game on Thanksgiving Day. If you don't feel like watching people eat on live stream, you want to come hang out with a guy that doesn't eat on camera, I'm your man, all right? I'm your man. Also, you have the Cowboys playing the Giants week 1. This is usually a telltale sign that the Eagles' first opponent, week 1, it's usually the Washington Commanders. So when Dallas plays the Giants week 1, usually the other two division teams battle too. So I'm guessing, and I don't know this, I'm just basing on opinion. I'm thinking the Eagles are going to play Washington, where I don't know, but I think they play Washington to open the season. I think we're definitely going to see that. Look, this schedule, we'll see how it turns out. Shout out the Bird section. Leo saying we're going to get a week 14 bye week, which would be crazy late. I can't imagine that late of a bye week, but we'll see. Hopefully this is a fair schedule. I mean, it would be nice to get a couple back-to-back home games during the season. The schedule should not be nearly as bad as it was a year ago. That's for sure. So it shouldn't be nearly as bad as it was a year ago. And we should get... We had no back-to-back home games last year. I mean, that's diabolically crazy. All right? That's crazy to me. But they didn't. They didn't have anybody. So this year they should get that. And I think that'll be big for us. So we'll be covering the schedule as it unfolds on Thursday. Should be a lot of fun. But what also is fun, I'm telling you, is this. Check it out. Surprise Picks is America's #1 sports picks app. It's the best place to win cash while you watch sports. The app is really easy to use. Just pick more or less a few players, lock in your lineup, and boom, you're ready to go. And the great thing about Prize Picks, it's available in almost all 50 states, including California, including Texas, including Florida. Now, today, we've got something special. Instead of going players, which we have been doing for a while here, we are going to do something different. We are going to go team. And we're going to look at the NFL because we've had such bad luck with the Flyers and the Sixers. We need a break. Let's get back to some football. And here is one of the things I want to play today. You've got the Dallas Cowboys, and can they make the playoffs? Will they make the playoffs? Yes, no. I'm going with the simple bet. I'm going no. I'm taking the Cowboys to not make the playoffs. You can make real money this way if you take them and you play that. But I got the Cowboys to not make the playoffs. We're going to put 100 on that, and we'll see how it goes. So if you haven't, go to the link in the description, download the app, and use promo code HMA. That's HMA. Download it. Your first $5 entries will get you $50 instantly in lineups. The link is in the description. That's $50 in lineups with just $5 entry. Link is in the description. Use promo code HMA and get into the action with Philly 500, and you'll love it. Shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's video. You know, there's a few things we want to talk about. First, I think the Eagles are going to benefit from not trading A.J. Brown before the trade deadline. And I'm not talking about just salary cap implications and what it would have cost them, but I'm talking about interest from other teams, because what often happens is teams look for a certain position in the draft. They're looking at a guy, they're trying to get a certain position. When it doesn't work and it fails, and then pretty much everybody in the free agency pool is gone, teams will look then to trade, and they will come back to trades. And it's looking more and more like Kansas City is a team to watch out for. They're a team to watch out for in trading A.J. Brown. This latest report says Andy Reid and the Chiefs linked with disgruntled $96 million wide receiver who scored a touchdown Super Bowl against them. Now, A.J. Brown's exit from the Philadelphia Eagles seems to be a matter of when and not. And when he does, there will be a host of teams knocking on his door. Even though the Chiefs were once on the receiving end of his attack at the Super Bowl, Andy Reid could do with him on the roster. If I'm the Kansas City Chiefs, this is the one that baffles me. Like, if you have Patrick Mahomes, especially coming off a torn ACL, give him weapons. He'll throw 55 touchdowns. So don't be surprised if this starts to develop. There is a reason why Howie Roseman came out and said A.J. Brown is an Eagle. He's an Eagle. We don't have any deals on the table. There's nothing already done. He was saying that because he was letting the rest of the league know, hey, look, we may have talked to the Patriots. We may have a framework for a deal, but there's still plenty of time for you to come in and get him. And don't be surprised if you see the Chiefs get involved. Don't be surprised if you see the Rams get back involved. And if it's even close, trade-wise and compensation, I'll send him to anywhere but New England. Screw New England. The hell with him. I want him to go somewhere else. Although I'll say this, I would require New England, forget the 2028 first-round pick. I would require them to give me a 2027 first. They're setting up for complete and utter destruction this year. All right, they've got a tougher schedule. This Vrabel thing is not going away. It's not. And I think it's going to be a huge distraction for them all year long. And you know what happens historically to teams that lose the Super Bowl. The next year, the following year, is always tough for them. And I think we're going to see that with everything going on with Vrabel. So I would require a 2027 first-round pick from the New England Patriots, or I wouldn't even think about it. But keep an eye on the Kansas City Chiefs. No question about it. A few other things I want to talk about. Jalen Hurts and Mannion, right? Sean Mannion, the offensive coordinator of the Eagles, and Jalen Hurts are getting along great. Apparently he loves Mannion. I think this is so important for the Eagles because what we saw last year, and I think one of the big problems with Patullo, okay, one of the things that isn't talked about and is very overlooked a lot is Jalen Hurts never bought into Kevin Patullo. And by all signs and everything we saw leading up to that season, by things he said, he never bought into the system, and I don't think a lot of the players did either. So I think it's a big difference when you're buying into what the coach and you believe in what they're saying and what they're going to do. I think Jalen Hurts could arguably be the MVP of this league. I'm gonna play a little straddle on it because I think he has a monster year. Another guy I think is gonna have a monster year, Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley. I don't know if you guys seen him, but there's been a couple videos out of him recently. He looks like he dropped 15, 20 pounds. All right, he looks lighter. And if one of the things I talked about with him last year was I thought he was a little bigger than he was the year before. I thought he was a little heavier, and part of that is, he rested a lot more after that 2,000-yard season. He didn't do the work in the offseason as much because he was trying to rest his body. Understandable, the philosophy behind it. He looks like he's lost some weight this year. I expect a big monster year from Saquon Barkley. I do. A big, huge year. Gigantic. It's going to be a giant year. So, will we see this offense return to glory with or without A.J. Brown? Hell yeah, we will. No doubt about it. Like I said, we'll be having live streams this week. We will have videos this week. We will be covering the schedule release. So look for that. And with that said, I hope you guys have a great day. I will talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision, baby. We're all just living in it. Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes.
I'm a grown-ass man. See, I'm a grown-ass man. Grown-ass man. Hey everybody, King Dingbat here. I'm in my garage with a cigar. It's only a candy cigar because my wife won't let me smoke one after I put that big fat head up in our bedroom. Let's get rid of that. At this point, I'd be happy for Dak to be playing for somebody else. And my team stinks. I agree. Stinks. They laugh about us. We're a disgrace. We suck. I am now Philly 500's bitch.
That's all, folks.
The brother screwed us.